The Buffs started off the season hot, and they did it well. This is your Denver Sports Daily for August 30th. Let's go.
Taking you through your morning headlines, it's Denver Sports Daily with Rachel V. Hill.
The Colorado Buffaloes started off their season on a very high note as they took down the NDSU Bison 31-26 in a very thrilling fashion. Shadur Sanders threw for 445 yards and 4 touchdowns, where Travis Hunter and Jimmy Horn Jr. combined for 330 of those yards and 4 touchdowns. All 4 of those touchdowns, 3 of them came from Travis Hunter himself. That game was incredible if you watched it. That was one of the and I could say maybe they're doing the same thing they did last year where they start off really, really well against a good opponent. And people are saying that NDSU, it's an FCS school. It's not that good. They're at the top of the FCS schools. That's a really good school. So don't try to hold that against them. That was a great, great game. I mean, Travis Hunter was lighting it up when on that field. Both sides of the field. We saw him do it last year every game. He's incredible. And that catch he had where he reached around the body, that was incredible. It was just an amazing game, and I'm looking forward so much to this season because if they continue to play like that, this is going to be a great season. Now moving on, Bo Nix joins only 2 other rookie quarterbacks to start for their respective teams this season. The only rookie quarterbacks to start the season will be Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, and Bo Nix. After it was announced that Drake May will be sitting, Bo Nix is just the latest picked QB to be starting. J.J. McCarthy was also expected to start for the Minnesota Vikings, but is out for the season after his injury. And Atlanta's Michael Penix Jr. was also selected before Nix, but is going to sit behind Kirk Cousins, who the Falcons recently acquired earlier this offseason. Obviously, people in Broncos country, they're talking about Bo Nix and how great he's going to be. And Sean Payton has such high hopes for him, which is why he got the starting job. It's going to be good. Broncos country has a lot to look forward to. But him being the latest pick QB to be the starting QB for his team is not only a testament to how good that he's played, but how maybe this QB draft or this draft class for QBs wasn't as good as we thought it was. Because, Michael Penix Jr. was selected way higher than everybody thought he was. Drake May hasn't been performing at his highest standard. Those two, Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams, they're going to be incredible. And then J.J. McCarthy was injured, so there's a bit of an acceptance there. But everybody is very excited to see how Bo Nix is going to play, and it's rightful that he earned that starting job. Now, more on the Broncos. They waived their star preseason linebacker who performed so well. LaVell Bailey originally made the Broncos 53-man roster, but was waived yesterday after he performed well in the finals Broncos preseason game, capping his performance with a 94-yard pick six against the Cardinals. Bailey was waived to make room for Packers linebacker Christian Welch, who was released from Green Bay earlier this week. The Broncos are looking to Welch for a solid bump on special teams where he has played 1,101 snaps. Kind of crazy that LaVell Bailey, was really good in the preseason, but then also just kind of what's he going to bring to the actual table come regular season. So it's good that they're kind of up in their special teams, but I'm not a big fan of cutting somebody who performs well to make room for somebody who's a perennial special teams player, but it's to each his own. NHL Network released their list of the top players at each position throughout the NHL, and 4 Colorado Avalanche players made the list. Cale Makar, Devon Toews, Nathan MacKinnon, and Mikko Rantanen all were within the top 10 for their respective positions. Makar and Devon Toews ranked number 1 and number 10 on defense. Nathan MacKinnon came in second for center, and Mikko Rantanen ranked third at the wing position. This team is incredible. We've all known that. 2 years in a row now, they've had lackluster playoffs, but this is still an incredible team. The same goes like the Nuggets and the Avalanche are very similar in that way, where they have just star-studded talent all on the ice, and they need to push through to that playoffs. But it's good to see that Colorado's getting some flowers in a lot of ways because those 4 players are incredible and they deserve those rankings. Steph Curry signed a massive extension with the Golden State Warriors. And by massive, I don't mean the length and the time. I mean, Curry signed a 1-year extension for $62.6 million that will carry him through the 2026-27 season. That's incredible. $62 million for Steph Curry, who's on the back end of his career. I will say, I've always said maybe I'm speaking too soon with Steph Curry because he's proved that he can still win at the highest level. He just did it in the Olympics. You saw his performance in that final game. Incredible. $62.6 million. I've got to get out there and start working on my jump shot. Oh my goodness. For 1 year. Congratulations, Steph Curry. I mean, you've been the pain of me for a long time being a Nuggets fan, but that's incredible. You got to give flowers where it's due. Now, more on extensions and signings. Brandon Ayuk is staying with the San Francisco 49ers. Ayuk signed a 4-year, $120 million contract to stay with the team after much deliberation and drama. Ayuk was originally expected to go to Pittsburgh, but ended up declining that deal that was offered to him to stay with the 49ers after, all the drama that was happening there. And I'm going to say it's good that he didn't go to Pittsburgh, because that would have been annoying to see Russ with a receiver like that, because, I mean, obviously I don't think Russ is going to do too much there, but if you give him some talent, he's going to perform just like any QB will. So obviously, a lot of things there that moved and moving pieces. And the NFL is so difficult with that, because it's, teams will announce that they're letting a player go, but he actually ends up staying. He fails a physical. He doesn't like the team. There's a lot of different moving parts. But 4 years, $120 million puts him up there with the highest of the highest. So I don't know if it's deserved exactly, but he is a great receiver. He's proven it. He's gone to Super Bowls. He's been a perennial kind of all-star player, all-pro player. But that's going to do it. I'd like to read through some of the comments here. Let's see. Can the Broncos get Bailey onto the practice squad? You'd think that might have been an option, but no, they just decided to release him. So he's going to another team now. He's not going to be with the Broncos any longer. Let's see. Oof. I disagree with you. The Buffs are going to have trouble if they keep playing like that. It wasn't all that hot. As a South Dakota State fan, I don't see the Buffs getting to a bowl game. That's my opinion. I can see that. I can very well see that. I will say that NDSU is a very good team. You look at their stats in past years and their records, they've proven that they're a good team and they can get talent, and it's the top of the FCS schools. And maybe, yes, if you want to be like one of those teams like Georgia, if Georgia were to go in there against NDSU, they would just destroy them. But CU isn't that yet, and it's going to keep building. It's going to take time, but they prove that they can go out there and compete against a great team and make some amazing plays. So I'll agree to disagree with you, Ray, but I do understand what you mean. Other than that, that is going to do it. It's been my pleasure to be with you for the last 3 days. Rachel will be back next Tuesday. No show on Monday because of Labor Day. So everybody enjoy the long weekend. But otherwise, I'm Joey. It's been great to be with you guys this week, and I will see you guys later. Bye.